Okay, now picture the scene. Last night I was playing some team deathmatch against a team of snipers, and one of the guys in particular, he was using these tactics that kind of fascinated me, and I wanted to understand exactly how to become a better sniper and quickscoper, so as to hopefully counter these people I come up against and maybe improve my game. Also, as well, I'm keen on becoming a member of the Optics Guild. So yeah, I wanted to learn a little bit more. So I asked him some questions in private chat, and he taught me through the setup I need. And this is the setup to use, and this is the reasons why you use it. So I'll talk through each thing individually. Okay. So we have the ballista sniper rifle with FMJ and CPU. Now, the FMJ is there because apparently there's this theory that in Modern Warfare 2, if you put FMJ on your sniper rifle, it makes it just that little bit more powerful, and the belief has been carried over. And the ballistic CPU, because if you are hard scoping down your sight through a window for at least 5 minutes, you want to hopefully maintain some steadiness as you're doing that. Now for the secondary, we have the Cap40 with the extended clip. And the Cap40 is an absolute necessary piece of equipment for this setup because realistically it should be put up there with your primary and the ballista as the secondary, because this is the gun you are going to be using the most. For the perks we have Flak Jacket, which will protect you as you're camping in those rooms and the C4s come flying in. Toughness, so that, as I say, as you're hard scoping down your scope for at least 5 minutes, you may have 5 or 6 people shooting you, but your gun won't flinch and you'll get those one-hit kills off. And of course, as a rule, dexterity, so that if you just unfortunately by accident happen to be running with your sniper rifle in your hand, you might get that quick scope off that'll take the enemy down in one shot and go on your montage. Now as for the equipment, this is a little bit more important, the bouncing Betty and shock charge. Now, I've always wondered what the theory is, but what you're supposed to do is go to a doorway, put a shock charge down and put a bouncing Betty next to it, and therefore a member of the other team will walk through the door, become electrocuted and explode upon impact. So that's always handy if you want to camp those rooms, put them at the bottom of the steps. People will never know what hit them. So yes, the primary aim of how to work this setup is you need to move around with your Cap40 equipped at pretty much all times, particularly when you come around corners in case there's an unsuspecting there. The sniper rifle is simply when you manage to get behind a box and head glitch. Now wait a minute here, we've got a serious feed coming on. We've got 1, 2, oh! I think that calls for a little bit of dubstep. Now one of the things I did happen to forget to mention is the name. Now I was told by this gentleman that I need to change my name from Apocalypse to something like Master Quickscopers or Master Snipers or Optic Snipers or Phase Tempars. And I didn't feel ready for that. I kind of wanted to hold on to the whole Apocalypse persona because I asked him why this is, and apparently if you can use a name and put as many Z's as humanly possible on the end of your name, the more pro MLG snipers you are. So if your name is Sniper, pro sniper, so say for the sake of argument, it's kind of good but it's not acceptable. So what you need to do is throw a couple of Z's on the end and then you become pro snipers. Now when you become a pro snipers, it's almost like having stripes on your shoulder. You know, it's that whole mark of respect. People will look, they will see those Z's and they will see those stripes. Obviously the key is the more Z's you can use at the end of your name, the more respect you will get in the community and the more chance you have of joining Optics or Phase. Also, going back to the whole Phase thing, if you can, change your clan tag to Phase with a capital F. That way people will look, they will realise what you're about and they will know that you mean business. So what you need to also take into account is the score streaks you're using. Now you want to go for the standard UHL, that is the UAV, the Hunter Killer Drone and the Lightning Strike. Those are the 3 probably easiest and most effective to use, and therefore will bump that crap KD of yours up to make you look that little bit better when the end lobby is in sight. But you'll see here as I'm playing the game, all the time I'm ready, I'm like a wolf, I'm just keep putting that scope up to my eye, just not quite up there. You pull it, you get it up, you drop it down, halfway up, halfway down, halfway up, halfway down. That's the key thing with it, it's to get that scope at the ready so that if that kill just comes off, that one-hit kill, bang, they will know you mean business. They will know you're there for real. You've got that pick 10, which is your ingredients. Put them all together and you've got the perfect meal laid out in front of you. This delicious Irish stew of one-hit killness. This is what people don't seem to understand, and clearly proven from this gameplay, I have now embodied the greatness that is Grizz, and I understand I am probably the greatest sniper that will ever walk the maps of Black Ops 2. However, I do realise it would put everybody in the entire world at a disadvantage if I use this equipment all the time and this setup, because the world isn't quite ready for Apocalypse to start sniping yet. I don't even think you realise, you know. I will maybe pop it on once or twice just to get a bit of footage with it, and I think I might also lay down the gauntlet to a few people, you know, send out a few 1v1 me bitch kind of messages, so, you know, really get the word out there that Apocalypse is in town and he's not to be messed with. So yeah, this gameplay is pretty much coming to a close. I hope you've enjoyed and really learned something about how to be the greatest quickscoper in the world. It literally is a simple set of rules. Number 1, always have your Cap40 out with the extended mags at the ready. Use your ballista or whatever sniper rifle you're using in an absolute emergency. Number 2, throw shock charges everywhere you possibly can. For real effectiveness, put a bouncing Betty next to them and put them in doorways. Number 3, when people notice that you're using a sniper rifle, your head glitching, and you have that Assassin's Creed hoodie set up on, they will know and respect your name. Number 4, change your gamer tag. Here are some suggestions you can possibly use. If you don't feel prepared to change your gamer tag, change your clan tag. That will be the next effective thing. Change it to phase or shorten optics into opts or something like that. But always remember those Z's, they're very important. Also as well, if you're standing on top of a building, it doesn't hurt to just jump off and do a 360. See what happens. Have some fun. Apocalypse done.
Dropped him.